Yes, you should be American, and yes, you should have to have ID to vote. Alright, guys, what's happening? Welcome back to another episode of We the People, where the people come for the truth. Yeah, P here, your host with the most, and you know it. Still at work. But the truth always got to come out, because that's the only thing that's going to set them free, baby. It's the truth. And it's actually going to put their ass behind bars where they should be. Now, let's talk about this, right? So, we got the left, and we've been trying to emphasize on how the left has become extremely violent, right? Especially their rhetoric, right? Their rhetoric is amplifying the violence, especially against President Trump. Now, I don't know if you know, but you had the White House Correspondents' Dinner for the press and stuff like that, and President Trump, they shoot jokes back and forth at each other, right? Well, the guy tried to run up in there and shoot it up and said he was going to kill everybody in there, including the president, right? Well, I believe it was the next night, or it could have been the same night, but then there was a shooting at the White House Mall, and there was a guy that was shot by Secret Service on White House ground. All right? So that was 2 other attempts. Now, I just want to say that the violence has become ridiculous now. I didn't have a problem with it before, but I definitely don't have a problem with him locking y'all the fuck up now. It's time to take y'all off our streets, bro. There's some of y'all that are really sick and psychotic, bro, and it's time for y'all to go. There is no way that we can have people on our streets that think it's okay to shoot the president. Right? But then the sickest games that the media and stuff like that play, Laura O'Donnell and old Jake the fake snake tapper, you know what I mean? The old get 'em up and clapper. Yeah, him too. Disgusting pigs of wannabe fake ass journalists, right? Because they don't go out and find nothing out. People go out and find the information out, and they come back, give it to them, and then they read a teleprompter, safe behind their little cushy ass desk. Right? But let's inform you of this, right, Jake? Our president's not a fucking rapist. Stop saying it out y'all's fucking mouths. All y'all. We're done with that blatant disrespect. Y'all are going to have to pay the piper. And what I mean by that is not violently, right? But I'm sure President Trump's got something in the works for all you disgusting, sick pieces of shit. Alright, saying stuff like that about our president on public television, bro, when you know it's a lie. There was so much more you could have said. You knew it was a lie. You and that hoe ass Laura O'Donnell. Don't nobody like you anyway, Laura. You shouldn't be on TV anyway. Bum ass. But anyway, yeah, so now it's okay that they're violent, right? Because it's Trump. I mean, Hitler. What do you do with Hitler? Right? What do you do with Mussolini? What do you do with fascists, Stalin and all them, right? You kill them. And that's why they're using that rhetoric. It's disgusting, bro. And then when you ask them, look, you do what you do, bro, but can you tone it down a little bit so we ain't get the president shot at? No, oh no, we can't, oh no, it's not because of us, no. Yes it is, you meatball dumbass. That fine American Hakeem Jeffries, his mouth. Check this video out here from Nuxenor, right? And Nuxenor breaks it down pretty good. So let me know what y'all think about Nuxenor. And I'm sorry about all the retarded hand stuff.
And how he literally was caught paying for sex with allegedly a 15-year-old in a brothel there. Infinite retard L's happening on the timeline, and I am here for it. I can't believe this is still happening, by the way, but there were 2 more attempted assassinations on Donald Trump and J.D. Vance yesterday night. This is pretty hot off the press, and it's insane that this is still happening. None of us are surprised because the left is a violent entity of extremists that want you and your family dead, and they'll celebrate your widow's lament after they successfully kill you, because that's the policy. Again, I told you, radical honesty is the solution to a lot of issues. A lot of people don't like generalizations, like when I generalize the leftists as a violent, immoral, psychopathic extremist movement, or maybe they're just retarded. That's another option. Look, man, there's always a second option here. They say it's generalizing and stuff like that, but it's true. So therefore, I don't actually care. So first, there was this. Look how insane this is, man. Secret Service were shot at when confronting a suspicious individual while patrolling the outer perimeter of the White House. A plainclothes officer saw the outline of a firearm and the suspect notified the Uniform Division. When the Uniform Division made contact, the subject opened fire, forcing the USSS to return fire. It is unclear if this was some sort of attempt on the president, but it was.
Fox News alert, Secret Service agents got into a shootout with a man near the White House today. Senior national correspondent Kevin Cork has the details. Kevin.
Evening, Jesse. Plainclothes Secret Service agents actually spotted this guy around 3:30 this afternoon near the Washington Monument, just south of the White House complex. He appeared to have the imprint of a weapon on him. So when officers approached the guy, he took off and then he started firing on them. They, of course, returned fire. The suspect was hit, but then again, so was a child near the scene. And at this hour, both...
Wholesome Chungus leftists when they try to kill the democratically elected president of the United States because they're fighting for democracy and they're hitting children with bullets as collateral damage to their noble cause.
Both the child and the gunman remain hospitalized. They are recovering. It's believed, by the way, that the bullet that hit the juvenile came from the alleged gunman. Of course, we'll stay on this story as it develops.
Wholesome Chungus leftists love America so much they'll even shoot kids out of the womb to kill the president of the United States. That's how wholesome they are.
Meantime, equal justice and equal treatment under the law.
Oh, this is insane. This is crazy. I actually had this pulled up later. I'll show this to you anyway.
Or isolation for his own good. That's the debate surrounding the lockup status of Cole Allen, the alleged White House Correspondents Association dinner shooter. He's been in a padded cell 24 hours a day for his own safety, according to prosecutors, since they collected the guy at the Hilton. But a magistrate judge here in the district...
Are you ready? You're not ready for what you're about to hear, by the way. You're about to get radicalized to shit. And again, it's a good thing this is happening. All right, understand that I actually like it when they say the quiet part out loud. Like, when you have some radical Muslim immigrant that's like, we're here to rape your women and conquer your land, I'm like, thank you, thank you. Thank you. I'm Islamophobic if I say it. So you guys are like the goats for actually coming out and saying the thing. So again, I love when they say the quiet part out loud. Now, this should radicalize the shit out of you. Obviously, I knew this. And I think a lot of people that are in tune with politics know this. And I think a lot of people that have interactions with leftists know this. Because they're immoral psychopaths. They're evil pieces of shit. Actually, all of them. Actually, because they're still part of that movement. That's still trying to murder people that they don't like. They have zero actual moral founding. Oh, no, you're generalizing. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? Some of the good Nazis are not Nazis? Okay, dude. Okay, dude. The National Socialist Party rearing its head yet again.
Thinks that Allen's being treated unfairly. Judge Zia Faruqi says he's being treated differently than anyone I've ever observed.
Do you understand? Judge Zia Faruqi, a foreigner, thinks that the attempted assassin of Donald Trump is being treated unfairly. A D.C. judge apologized to the shooter at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Do we understand? Do we understand? A foreigner judge.
Adding, whatever you've been through, I apologize for the prior week.
Excuse me, what the fuck? What the actual shit is happening, man? We have judges apologizing to attempted assassins of the President of the United States? Now, the reality is, it's because this judge wants Donald Trump to die. Just like every leftist, actually. It's actually that simple. It is simple. All right, I'm not trying to radicalize you or anything. I'm not trying to radicalize you. But yeah, it's actually simple. And my favorite is when they actually say this quiet part out loud. You know, you're sorry and you empathize with the guy that tried to murder Donald Trump. All right.
Can you imagine? An apology from the bench. He even suggested, did the judge, that Allen was being treated more harshly than the J6 defendants. Obviously, that is...
I can't believe that the guy that tried to assassinate the President of the United States is being treated more harshly than people that mostly peacefully protests on January 6th. Says the foreigner judge who's in our country to rape us. Sorry, man. This shit sucks.
sit too well for the attorney for the district.
It'll take a long time until enough people actually understand the issue that we need to deal with. But this judge cartel needs to fucking die. And I don't mean extrajudicially. I don't want to like violently kill these guys or anything. But we need to figure shit out immediately because this is crazy.
Of Columbia, Janine Pirro, who wrote this on X. Welcome to Washington, D.C., where U.S. Magistrate Judge Faruqi believes a defendant armed to the teeth and attempting to assassinate the president is entitled to preferential treatment in his confinement compared to every other defendant.
That's right. Judge Faruqi loves the fact that this guy tried to kill Trump and probably would totally love it if someone succeeded. All right, so it's staged. Don't get me wrong. It's totally staged. But also, we really hope it happens and he doesn't miss next time. Understand what's actually fucking going on. This is evil shit.
Prosecutors say Allen, who, by the way, is still undergoing periodic psych evals, said he didn't expect to survive the assassination attempt and thus his lockup situation. But with no court docs to examine, not even a Bible to read, his legal team says he's being treated too harshly. And so now the judge wants an update by tomorrow on where and how he will be confined moving forward.
Yeah, actually, let him suffer. Fuck him. I don't care. I literally don't care.
A little pity for a guy who wanted to kill a lot of people, apparently. Jesse.
Yep, we'll have more on that later. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so this is insane shit. It really is. Just understand what's going on here. You have people on the right that are like, we need to reform justice and arrest criminals. And we have people on the left being like, we need to kill the president of the United States immediately. And I'm so sorry that you're being treated harshly when you tried to kill the president of the United States. Now, this is one of the most radicalizing stories I think ever. It really is, because it's so obvious. And I'm really happy they do this. It makes me happy. You know, the judge apologizes in court to the White House Correspondents Association dinner shooting suspect Cole Allen. Magistrate Judge via Faruqi. It just works so fucking well that it's a foreigner too. It's just literally so perfect. It's like, yes, we are importing our own destruction. Yes, third world people are coming into our country and they are doing their absolute best to destroy our nation, to import more third world people, to turn our country into their shithole civilization that they came from. Said he was fascinated and disturbed by Allen's treatment in jail. Excuse me, what the fuck? What are we even doing here, man? To me, it's extremely disturbing that he was put in a 5-point restraint. Huh? A person with no criminal history. Oh, he had no criminal history. Yeah, he tried to assassinate the president of the United States, but he had no criminal history. He tried to massacre a lot of people at a dinner. He wrote a whole manifesto about how he's planning on doing it, but he had no criminal history. This is the craziest shit in the world. It's troubling. I've never heard of one Jan 6 defendant who was put in 5-point restraint in a safe cell. Jan 6 defendants were largely peaceful people that were just happened to be there protesting. Peacefully protesting. The Jan 6 protest, all right, which is the leftists' number one thing where they like to point out right-wing violence, didn't kill anyone on the left. Thank God, I didn't want them dead. Didn't kill any cops. All right, none of that happened. And also, it was actually a mostly peaceful protest, unlike, BLM, the Tesla riots, all this shit, the Mexico riots that were happening earlier in California, the anti-ICE riots. If the only way to keep him safe is the most punitive thing, that's a problem. No, actually, I don't fucking care. He could suffer, actually. I really don't mind. That makes me happy if I think about it. At a minimum, I should be apologizing to him. We're obligated to make sure he's taken care of. Mr. Allen, I'm sorry that things have not been the way they are supposed to. He fucking tried to kill the president of the United States of America and many other people next to him. What is happening? Yeah, so this should radicalize the shit out of you, actually. Now,
would you ever consider running for office?
Yeah, I would. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you're going to go.
Wow.
All right, guys, so check this out. You got Don Lemon here claiming that he wants to be the president. Would you support Don Lemon as president? Check it out.
Why not? Right?
Why not?
All right. Okay.
I mean, I'm a man of a certain age. I've been around long enough. I've worked hard. You laugh. I know people laugh, but I'm not. I'm a completely self-made person. I did not come from a wealth. Yeah. I did not have $400 million to start. Yeah. I have become I've made it to the top of my profession. Yeah. And I've also started a business. Yeah. And I'm a self-made millionaire from a country where my ancestors were enslaved. So I think that's a pretty big accomplishment, whether people want to...
All right, Lemonhead.
All right, guys, thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate all the love and the support. If you guys support the work that I do, think about maybe buying me a coffee. All proceeds go to the channel. YouTube take 30% on Super Chat, and I'm not monetized anyway, so anything I can get to help with the channel. Over 5,000 subscribers, but I'm still not monetized. So I really appreciate you guys, man. And remember, it's very important to get out there and vote in the midterms, especially in Maryland. We want to get these Democrats out, and we want to vote some Republicans in and show the great change that comes with the conservative movement. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. And remember, walk with Christ because he walks with you.